Hey guys, what is up? It is Alex here with the sprint mode video for F1 2012. Now this is a bit of PC gameplay, so it might look a little bit stretched, but it's still watchable and still quite an entertaining race. Now, you may know Boss 1996 is one of the fastest drivers I've got on my friends list on a PC. So in this race, he was in this race, and you can see there he's starting in second position. Also, Riotbox is a very fast driver, and I think it was just us three and a couple of other guys in this race. And it was actually a pretty entertaining race. I started from the front. I think I had a bit of mayhem at turn 1, but definitely an entertaining race. It was a good battle with Boss. For about one lap I sort of kept up, but apart from that I sort of dropped back because he's a lot faster driver than me. But you can see here turn 1 I got a little bit wrong, I drove a little bit wide, Boss trying to come down the inside, but I just sort of kept it there and nearly ran too wide onto the grass, but just kept it about right. Now coming out these couple of tricky sections at the start, I've got to use as much sort of curves as possible, but that's not possible because I don't have curves. And now Boss is going to try and go down the inside, but I'm going to stick it to the inside line and make sure he can't get up the sort of cutback, but he does get the cutback. He does an amazing move around the outside and then the inside to get back past me side by side going through this corner. It's going to be crazy tense stuff if he does it, and he does do it. Great move by him, and now he keeps it stuck through there. And it's these sections where you can't really overtake, and you've got to try and make sure they get something wrong for it to like anything to happen. So there is a little bit of lag in this lobby. PC always seems to be a bit hard with the lag, and it seems to be that the cars sort of jump about a lot more. But yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I kind of enjoyed it. It was a good battle, and also Riotbox got in the battle quite good as well. But you can see there, all 5 drivers are like in a couple of meters of track. I think on PC the drivers are a lot more fair, but there's a there's a high percentage of people on Xbox which are fair drivers too. But it's just like the 3 or 4% of people on Xbox or PlayStation which sort of mess it up for everyone. So I'm trying to get in the slipstream of Boss, but I can't really do it. He's got quite a low setup. You can see there his car scraping all over the ground, and then breaking down into the hairpin. It gets a little bit wrong. I just about don't make contact with his car. Now we're going to go up to the final corner of the race, and we'll sort of the lap even. And he gets a little bit wrong, he runs over the curb a little bit, but then so do I. So what we're going to do, we do have a little bit of curves, but we don't notice that. And that was a bit of a fail. But yeah, going on to lap 2, we did a 140.2 on the first lap. That's all right, but Boss would have beaten that by a couple of tenths of a second. But turn 1's always hard. You can't really make a move down there unless the other person makes a bit of a mistake, so we're still stuck behind Boss. And Boss goes quite wide there, probably loses about a tenth of a second or so, but overall getting it all right through there. And you can see through this first sector split, I think it's about even. I think we gained about half a tenth on me in that first sector, so pretty even through the first sector, which is nice to see from me. I couldn't believe I was keeping up with Boss. He's a super fast driver, and if you watch my PC League over on my second channel, he's doing very well. So he seems to be pulling away at this moment here until he goes a little bit wide there and sort of gets these couple of corners messed up a little bit. He went wide into one of them, then wide into these couple of corners, which lost him a couple of tenths again. And this time I've done the smart thing and saved up a bit on my curves, because I know that I won't be able to get past him like through the corners because he's a better driver. So I've got to save all up for the straights and make sure that I can get the slipstream. But this is going to be my best shot at overtaking him, because on the next lap he's going to pull away slightly, and you can see here he's quite a bit ahead of me. So I'm just going to use my curves, try and get an advantage, but I'm not really getting much of an advantage, but I am sort of getting a bit closer. You can see he's weaving quite a bit over the place, but I'm going to try and break it a little bit late. I was going to go for the move down the inside, and I do actually go for the move down the inside. That was a pretty crazy move from me, I think. Luckily I had it set to front brakes, otherwise I would have completely messed that one up. Now Boss gets that a little bit wrong going down there, and then I get it wrong by hitting the sort of bollard on the inside and getting sideways. So that's a pretty crazy way to end the second lap of the race. So we're going to the final lap of the race now, and over that lap Boss actually think he took out 2/10 of a second on me. So even though we were so close going through that final corner, he still got me by a couple of tenths there at the end. So now going into turn 1, 2, 3 I think it is, and I've got to make sure I don't lose it onto the gravel on the outside and the grass on the inside, and keep it straight and keep it going up the hill. And going through the first sector split, it sort of eked out a little bit. There's 2 tenths once again to Boss. He seems to be quite mighty through the first sector and the second sector. It just seems to be the last sector where we seem to be pretty equal. So yeah, I still can't believe that move I did down into the final second to last corner of the lap last time, because that was pretty crazy. I didn't think I was even going for it in the game, or whilst I was playing, I didn't think I was going to go for it, and I was like, wow, that was pretty crazy. But you can see here Boss pulling away once again. I get wide to lose even more time, and then we've got this guy behind us called Limon, who's actually really going to be battling with us to the end. And I've used a little bit of curve, or I've saved up a little bit of curves for the final straight. You can see there's 6/10 of a second to our pace lap. We got that a little bit wrong, and we got this whole lap a little bit wrong. And if we'd set a lap similar to our last lap, we'd probably be about similar to Boss. But Limon just goes absolutely crazy down the inside. He's got a great setup, and obviously you don't have DRS in sprint mode. So yeah, he's going to go down he went around the outside there. I'm going to try and go for a move down the inside, and we do sort of outbrake ourselves here. I mean, I was quite confident I could break it in time like I did with Boss, but there I completely failed, and Limon got past us. But that was a great battle with Boss for the lap 2, and that was a great little battle there with Limon for the last couple of corners of the lap. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. It's been Alex, and I'm out here. Bye.